serious emergency. We live for the balance here. That's nice. It will never stop blowing my mind, I think. I know this is now months since like that drama has happened. Hello, it's me. I've mentioned before that I like rain, and it was lightning and rain, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go up and have a little wander over. I was outside for about maybe maximum of 2 minutes, and this is the result. Can you tell how wet that is? That's there you go, you can see pretty good like wet versus dry. So yeah, good fun. Hello, so we've just had our first and hopefully last ever like serious emergency-ish. Basically, the emergency sound went off, like the alarm, and I was like this in my bed, luckily still awake. But the thing that's really worrying to me is I am worryingly calm when that happens. Like that alarm went off and at first I was like, that doesn't sound normal. That sounds like it's an alarm. And then I just took my time getting my jumper on. I don't know why my eye keeps looking red. That's really weird. And like putting my shoes on, I was listening to Dear Hank and John, switching that off, and then switching my light on of the cabin. Don't know why I did that. Anyway, it wasn't actually a problem. And luckily, I just had to stand up there for like 5 minutes to reassure the guests and then came back down. But it's kind of worrying to know how I respond when the emergency alarm signal goes off. So maybe a little bit less calm. Obviously not too stressed, but I think I need to find a bit more of a balance. Anyway, that's all. I am tired and I am ready for bed. I've been ready for bed for about 3 hours, so good night. Hello, so at the end of last week's cruise, someone who had gone to Czech Republic brought us back something called lentilki. Now, I'll give you a clue as to what it might be. Have you guessed it yet? Smarties! And I've spent a very, very long time researching whether or not these are vegetarian, because I know that Smarties didn't used to be. But from all the research I could do, it looks like they are. They're not vegan, but they are vegetarian. So, I'm gonna try some before my yoga class. We live for the balance here. Open here. Dun, da, 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 da. Oh, I messed up. Ah, can you see? Ah, this is not going as planned. Ta-da! I'm more of an M&M person than a Smartie, and I haven't had Smarties in a really long time. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about them. They've got like a nutty taste to them, which I wasn't expecting and I'm not necessarily a fan of. But they are still nice. That was all for now. See you later.
I'd not imagined you heartless and cold. I thought you cared, I confess. I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair, everything that really counts to be popular. I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts, you'll be good at sports, know the slang you've got to know. So let's start, 'cause you've got an awfully long way to go. And tonight we will come to me.
Hello, so one of my favourite things about doing the sets, I just finished my solo cabaret set again, and it went alright. Let me prop you up just a moment. So I did my solo singing set, which was good, but it was strange because while I was doing it, I felt like it wasn't, like I think singing wise it went fine, although I need to check that, but I didn't feel like the audience was enjoying it as much. Like they were clapping along, they were really cheering like every time I finished a song, and there was a decent amount of them there, but I think they were like people talking through it, and the volume wasn't always perfect. Like, I know for the first song it was really loud, like the backing, and there was another song where I think it was too loud. So I don't feel like it was well received. But then I finished it, and some people just, again, said some lovely, lovely things. And one woman, basically, as soon as I finished, ran up to me and was like, "You need to be on the West End." And in my head I was like, can you please tell casting directors that? Unfortunately, it's not that easy. But the actual reason why I came on here is because I've realised, I think what my favourite comment might be, obviously it's really nice to hear that I should be on the West End because, you know, that's what I want to do. But it's the people who say to me, and usually they kind of whisper it, "You're wasted here." I just love that. I love the way that's phrased. Because they're saying, do you know what it is? I'm being appreciated for what I offer. That's nice. And people think I can sing. It's just mental to me. It will never stop blowing my mind, I think. As I said a few weeks ago, I think even if I were to be cast in a show, like even in Les Miserables or something, I still think I would feel such severe imposter syndrome. But let's test that theory, shall we? Sending that out into the universe. Anyway, I am tired. I've read so many books the last few days, and yet I want to read more. I love reading. But you'll have heard all about that in my August favourites from a few months back. And I've not filmed very much. I am doing a good job on like restricting it, but I'm sure I'm gonna have enough to fill till the end of February. I'm just hoping that when it gets to the end of February, I'll be like pretty much up to date. Not fully, but no more than a month behind is what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. Anyway, that's all from me. Actually, do you know what? While I have you here, as of when I'm filming this, there's been a lot of controversy in at least my area of news about the Maestro film and Bradley Cooper's use of the prosthetic nose. I might make a whole separate video about this, but I'm undecided, but it's taken me a long time. I've really like tried to see it from both sides, and I couldn't make up my own mind about how I felt about it. And I've been reading different articles and seeing different things, but I found an article today, or I read an article today, that just like totally captured how I felt about it. So I'll leave that linked below, and if I do make a separate video, I'll link it up somewhere or down below. And I know this is now months since like that drama has happened, but I do think it's still relevant, and I have a platform and I may as well use it. And ironically, actually, I think today is also the day that my Jewish video came out, so there's that. Anyway, that's not important for now, so, well, it's always important, but I'm going to go to bed and, well, first get my makeup off and everything. Good night! So once again, I've had a moment where I've walked into my cabin, had a split second of confusion, and then literally just gone, oh my goodness! Because I walked in and my laundry was done. Once again, I only gave it to them a couple of hours ago. Madness! Unbelievable. Now I just want to come into this light. I don't know how well you can see it, but I want to show you my eyeshadow. Dun da da! Because I did something different with it tonight. I don't know if you can really tell, but I think it's nice. And now I'm going to take my makeup off, get into pyjamas, and go to bed and relax my voice. Anyway, that's all I wanted to come on here to say. I'll see you later. Bye!